everyone, welcome to Yoga with Miss Ingram. Today we're going to be down here in the basement because it's very hot outside and the basement is the quietest place in my house right now. So before we get started, this will be based on a beginner's level of yoga. A few fun facts to know about yoga is that the art of yoga is is to help control a person's mind, body, and soul. Um, it also enhances physical flexibility within children because they're now stretching their muscles in different ways and different positions than they ever stretched them before. Um, just to let you know, a few things that you're going to need for these yoga lessons will be your basic yoga mat, which I have down here underneath me. I've purchased mine from Five Below. You might want to purchase yours from Walmart or Target. That I believe they have thicker ones. I do have a very thin one, but that's what works for me. I also have these cute little yoga socks because they help me not slide back and forth across my mat, as well as help um, keep me stable. Um, you do not have to purchase yoga socks or a yoga mat. If you want, you can use a towel, you can use a comforter, you can use a blanket, whatever. Just make sure you have something underneath you, depending on where you're out. If you're outside or inside doing yoga, there will be times where I do it outside. I'm just like I said, I'm just in here today because it was very hot outside. Um, so we're going to be learning about 5 to 10 new poses today. They're all going to be standing, so you do not need a yoga mat today. And I'm also going to have someone help me show you guys the poses from a child's perspective, and then you'll have me demonstrating from an adult's perspective. You can come on in. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm sorry, I'm going to share the screen with you. First thing we're going to do is work on our breathing. As we're going through yoga in different poses, you want to try to control your breathing by deep breaths in, simply deep breaths out. You're going to hold, when you breathe in, you're going to hold for 3 seconds and then blow it out. You want to try to clear your mind of anything that may have happened today or in the week, so whatever is heavy on your mind. Try to clear that out because you want to have a very clear mind when doing this, because you're going to be trying to keep your balance in certain positions today. So we're going to do about 5 deep breaths in, deep breaths out, holding for 3 seconds when you breathe in. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to begin. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Don't forget you're going to hold for 3 seconds again. So deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. And then out. You want to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to go again. Deep breath in. Put your arms down. Deep breath out. 2 more. I'm sorry. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And 1 more. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Very good. I'm sorry. My buddy here is tired. You okay?
Yes.
All right. So our first pose that we're going to do is called the mountain pose. We're going to stand with our feet firmly on the ground, legs together. We want to make sure that your shoulders and your feet, your whole body is in one straight line, to make sure you're focusing on your balance. You're going to simply put your arms in a low V position with your fingers together, and your palms are going to be facing outward. So here, we're going to go here. Go ahead, Jaden. Slightly apart. Very good. And we're going to do 10 deep breaths in. And hold for 3 seconds. And deep breath out. You're going to breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. You can close your eyes as well to help focus on clearing your mind. And you're going to do a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in. breath in. And out. Very good. So our next pose, you can bring your arms down. It may sting a little bit if you're not used to having your arms out that long, but it's all right. You'll get used to it. Our next pose is going to be the... What's the next pose? You remember? Remember, that is very correct. That's very true. Do you remember the name of it?
No.
Okay, so this next pose that we're doing, that Jaden's showing here, is called the upward salute, where you bring if your arms are going from the low V now to a high V. You want to have your make sure your arms are by your ears, not in front of you and not behind you, because it's going to cause a strain on your back. So you're going to have them right next to your ears. Fingers are closed together, and your palms are now facing inward instead of outward like this. They're going to be facing inward. And we're now going to do again the 10 breaths in and the 10 out. Eyes your eyes don't have to be closed, but if you choose to do that, then go right ahead. I'm going to deep breath in and out. If you feel your arms are falling, make sure you bring them back up like Jaden is doing. Deep breath in, deep breath out. In and out. In and out. Make sure you're focusing on trying to keep your arms straight up and down in your high V position. Palms are facing inward and out. Fingers are tight together. And again, if you feel your arms are falling out to the side, you're just going to tighten them up a little bit more. Pull your shoulders up. Reach as high as you can while your arms are in this high V position. Make sure your arms are staying in the V position. Bring them closer in. And out. Arms down. Very good. So our next pose will be the reverse prayer. Normally when people pray, if you do pray, you are like this in front of you. However, today we're going to do the reverse prayer, which will be your arms will be... You want to turn around or you want me to turn around? Yes. So you're going to start with your hands in the downward position. And like Jaden did, you're just going to take your hands and push them upwards on your back, causing your hands to now form this praying position. I'm going to stand backwards. You want to try to get your palms, as closely together as possible. If you want, or you may need someone to help you get your hands like this, but you're going to stand, again, legs are closed together, feet are together, arms are behind your back, and you're going to do 10 deep breaths in and 10 out. Deep breath in, hold for 3 seconds, and out. So you should feel this in your upper arm area. Deep breath in, as well as in your wrist area, and out. Deep breath in and out. In and out. If you're feeling too much pain, it's all right. You can drop your arms and feel like coming back to it, come back to it. But you don't want to cause too much strain on your arms. That way you don't want to discourage yourself from continuing learning new poses. In, out. Then you just release your arms slowly. You okay? Yes. All right, great. And that is what we call the reverse prayer. Our next position will be hands bound. So I'm gonna turn to the side. Jaden's gonna turn backwards. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hands, and we're gonna clasp them together. However, we're gonna do it behind our backs.
This?
Yes, turn around, please. And you don't want to have your arms bent. You want to have them straight down. And while we're doing it, you don't want make sure your head is up. Feet are still together. Chest is also up. Fingers are interlocked. And you're just going to simply lift your arms. You don't want to lean forward, because if you lean forward, you run the risk of falling. You don't want to lean back, because you also run the risk of falling. We're just going to bring our arms up slightly, and we're going to hold. It is very difficult, but focus on your breathing instead of focusing on your hands and leaning. I promise you'll get through it. Don't forget to breathe. Do not forget to breathe. Breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And one more in and out. You can slowly bring your arms down. Shake your arms out. I know that one may have hurt it a little bit, but I promise you'll, again, it's worth it. So our next pose is going to be the sideways hands bound. What we're going to do is, yes, very good. We're going to clasp our hands together again. This time we're going to go above our head. Stretch up as far as you can. We're going to slightly lean to the right. You do not want to bend you don't want to come all the way over, because then you'll cause strain on your side. You want to just slightly bend as far as you can go without creasing the sides. And in due time, we'll start to go over more, but today we're just going to make sure our arms are straight up, not bent. We're slightly bent over. Very good. Again, it's okay if your arms start to hurt and you decide you want to drop for 2 seconds. Go right ahead. Just make sure you bring them back up. And continue to breathe in. Hold 3 seconds. Out. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Very good. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Straighten this elbow. Out through your mouth. You want to make sure your arms are by your ears as well. Last deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now we're going to go straight up. We're just going to simply go over to the next side. Same thing. Arms are straight. Slightly bent over to I'm on my left side. You can go to your left or your right. Your opposite side. Arms are straight up by your ears. And deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Continue with your breathing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And one more. That's good. That's good. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Very good. You're going to come straight back up. Bring your arms down slowly. I'm sorry, I'm in your way. You want to switch sides?
Yes.
Okay, move your sides. All right. So, the next pose we're going to learn is the one leg standing crescent. It is very difficult for the younger kids to do. It is. So what it is we're going to stand on, we're going to go back to our last pose, which is our hands interlocked with each other, fingers interlocked, arms above your head but close to your ears, and you're going to lift your left foot and slightly lean to the right. This, you definitely have to focus on your breathing, relax yourself, and try your hardest not to let that leg fall. It will be very difficult, and just continue to breathe while I'm talking to you. Yes, your right leg is going to hurt, but it is all right. If you have to bring your leg down for a second and bring it right back up, make sure you do. It is okay. Jaden tends to do it a couple times throughout this pose. Just focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing, and it's going to be all right. 2 more deep breaths in and out. 1 more in and out. Very good. Now we're going to come up. Bring your leg down. Arms up. We're going to switch shift our weight over to our left leg. Right leg is out. We're going to lean slightly to the left. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. You're doing very good. Make sure your arms are straight over your head. And out. 2 more. In and out. 1 more. Deep breath in and out. Very good. Bring your arms down slowly. Think you want to do 1 more pose? You got 1 left in you? Yes. Okay. Our last pose, we're going to call the cycle of life. Still, it's kind of like our last one, only instead of our leg being lifted, we're going to take our leg and place it behind the other one. So it's like a reverse lunge in a kind of way. So arms are going to go straight up again. Fingers again interlocking. Arms straight up behind your head. Above your head. You're going to take your right leg and just throw it behind you. And you're going to lean a little. Here, let me show you. Slide over, sweetie. Straight up and down. Take your right leg. Bring this leg. Bring this leg. You're going to bring it behind you. Just move 1 leg, sweetie. So turn this leg back forward. Thank you. And then your right leg. Give me your right leg. You're going to push it behind you.
Okay. Are you good?
And you're still, yes, your body is still going to face forward. So turn this leg back to the front. Yes, the left one. Very good. You're going to bend slightly. Just like that. Very good. Arms are going to be straight up. And it's okay if your leg, you can have your right leg back as far as you need it to be. If it doesn't go back that far, that's fine. Just do it wherever you feel comfortable. Obviously, Jaden can't put his leg. I can put my leg further back than he can. But you want to just try to hit the pose as best as you can. You continue breathing in and out. And in and out. And in and out. 1 more deep breath in and out. Flip the book over.
This one?
Yes. I'm going to do the next pose. Same position. You're just going to switch legs. Arms straight up. Make sure your right leg is facing forward. I'm going to take my left leg, put it behind me on my toe, and lean as far to the right as I can. I can go further than this, but it's all right. Put your left leg behind you.
Me?
Yes. And breathe in and out. You should feel this stretch in your lower back as well as in your side area. You want to try to stretch up as far as you can. And out. While still breathing in, holding for 3 seconds and releasing. Breathe in. And out. 1 more. Breathe in. And out. Come up. Sorry, sweetie. Come up. Bring your arms down slowly. Very good. I do believe we have 1 more pose. Maybe 2 more. but we'll try to push out one more. It's going to be called the Sun Salute Back Bend. I'm going to face it this way while doing it.
Which is...
So, you want to, this time, take your hands in a clasp position. Just like this. Yes. Close them together. Stretch up. And then you are going to bend back. But you want your arms by your ears. You're going to bend your arms, bend your legs back. I'm sorry, not your legs, your back. Back as far as you can go without falling over. And you're just going to hold it. You'll feel this in your lower back as well. You want to try to keep your arms and your head aligned with each other. And just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. We're going to slowly come back up. Arms down. And that, my friends, concludes today's lesson of Yoga with Miss Ingram here in the basement. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.